Harley Davidson just leaked something and it's not what fans were hoping for. It's bold, it's weird, and honestly, it's got a lot of riders confused. What does it mean for Harley's future? You're going to want to see this, because this leak reveals something way more dangerous. Harley's future plan to completely abandon the riders who built this brand in the first place. I'm talking about the working class, wrench-in-hand, middle-of-the-week beer run type of rider. You know, the actual Harley guys. And what's Harley doing instead? Just launching bikes priced like condos and built for collectors with 7-car garages. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear is either going to make you laugh or cancel your motorcycle dreams altogether. Harley's doubling down on something they call a premium strategy. In plain English, they're making fewer bikes, charging way more for them, and pretending that's a good thing. High profit, low volume. That's their whole angle now. Forget mass appeal. Forget inclusivity. Harley's betting the future of their brand on limited editions, special series, and collector bait. Not bikes you ride to work or rip around town on the weekend, but bikes you park in a glass garage next to your whiskey collection. Their leaked strategy makes one thing brutally clear. They don't want regular riders anymore. They want elite buyers. The type of folks who don't flinch at spending 30 grand on a bike they'll ride twice a year, if that. And to make things even more ridiculous, Harley's plan includes an explosion of limited edition models designed to create hype through scarcity. It's not about making better bikes. It's about making rarer ones. Fewer units, more hype, higher prices. You know, like Supreme, but with engines and finance plans. Take the Icon collection, for example. One of the poster children of this new strategy is the Gray Ghost. Sounds spooky, right? Well, it should, because the price is haunting. Try $25,000 just to start. That's before you even sign the loan paperwork. They're offering 84-month financing terms. Yes, that's 7 years. Imagine being locked into a motorcycle loan longer than most relationships. Monthly payments? Expect something between $400 to $500. And when you factor in interest, hidden fees, and all the dealership surprises, you're paying over $30,000 for that bike. But wait, it gets better. Or worse, depending on your blood pressure. There's also the CVO model. This bad boy is reportedly priced over $110,000. That's before you even touch registration, taxes, insurance, or the magical dealer markup line item. And yes, that's a real thing they're doing. When all's said and done, you're looking at $126,000 or more for a motorcycle. One motorcycle. That's not sticker shock, that's sticker stroke. This isn't a dream. It's a debt trap with chrome handlebars. Now here's the part that really gets under people's skin. These aren't bikes meant to be ridden. They're not for the guy who rides to work, grabs coffee, and heads out on a weekend cruise. These are man cave trophies. You don't ride them, you polish them. Maybe start them up at a BBQ to flex on your neighbors. Maybe you post a photo next to it on Instagram with a cigar in hand and a caption like "earned, not given." Congratulations, Harley. You've made motorcycles for people who don't ride motorcycles. And that brings us to the obvious question. Who the hell are these bikes actually for? Because it's clearly not for their loyal base. Harley's audience used to be the guy fixing plumbing by day and hitting the open road on Sunday. He's not buying a $30,000 bike. He's got bills, he's got a family, he's trying to keep food on the table. So this new direction, it's not just disappointing, it's insulting. They're alienating entire groups of riders with this premium fantasy. New riders who just want something affordable to learn on? Nope, sorry. People returning to motorcycling after years off? Good luck affording it. Gen Z and millennials who were thinking about getting into the Harley world? Hope you brought your trust fund. Harley's basically telling them all. You can either have a roof over your head, or you can buy our bike. Choose one. So who's left? Collectors. Wealthy retirees. The guys with 5-car garages and nothing but time and money. Not commuters. Not weekend warriors. And definitely not folks who like to get their hands dirty in the garage. Because with Harley's new electronics-packed machines, you'll need a laptop just to check the engine light. You better know your way around a diagnostic cable, or you're out of luck. Second, there's no new blood coming in. Zero momentum from younger riders. No affordable gateway bikes. No innovation that makes you want to pick Harley over a sleek, nimble Honda or Yamaha. Harley's entire strategy is basically hoping that exclusivity becomes its identity. But when everyone feels excluded, there's no one left to care. No fresh riders, no excitement, no community, just a brand slowly aging out with its audience. And maybe worst of all, Harley's losing what it used to stand for. They're slowly becoming a luxury brand with no soul. All surface, no substance. All price tag, no passion. What started as an icon of rebellion has turned into a luxury collectible for people who don't even remember what a dirt road feels like. And yeah, that might be fine for stockholders, but it's not fine for riders. So what should Harley actually be doing instead of digging this premium grave? It's not rocket science. They need to go back before they can move forward. Go back to affordability. Go back to simplicity. Remember the Dyna? The Evo ? The FXR. Those bikes weren't about flexing. They were about riding. They were raw. They were loud. They were beautiful in the way only real machines are. Machines that get dirty, break down, and get fixed in your garage with a cold beer in hand. Build bikes people can actually work on again. Bring back wrenchable rides, ones that don't need diagnostic software and a master's degree to repair. Strip away the fluff, kill the touchscreen dashboards, and give us a machine that runs like hell and lets us feel every bump in the road. Forget the fake exclusivity. Nobody cares how many units you made if nobody wants to ride them. Stop pretending this is a sneaker drop. This isn't about hype. It's about highways. It's about creating bikes people can afford, ride hard, crash, rebuild, and still love. That's the Harley legacy, not this VIP club for chrome-obsessed millionaires. And above all else, Harley needs to stop looking down on its people and start riding with them again. Enough with the private equity mindset. Get back in the damn garage, talk to riders, ride with them. Listen when they say they miss the bikes you used to make. Because if Harley doesn't reconnect with the heart of its own culture, then that culture is going to move on without them. This whole leak? It's not just about the price tags or the bikes themselves. It's about how far the brand has drifted from the road it once ruled, from the people who built it, from the spirit that made Harley mean something more than just another name on a showroom floor. And that brings us to this final moment. You've seen the leak. You've seen the numbers. You've seen the direction. So now ask yourself, does this look like the Harley you once knew? If that caught you off guard, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe, because what's coming next might hit even harder. And don't even get me started on the marketing tactics. They're using every trick in the book. First, they create fake scarcity, super limited runs, even when they could make more. They're betting on your FOMO to make you swipe your card. It's not about giving you value. It's about making you feel like you're lucky just to get one. And when you do get one, surprise! Your limited bike just came with a lifetime of payments. And then there's the financing trap. Harley flashes this dreamy 1.49% APR rate on their ads like it's candy. But here's the fine print. You basically need a 900 credit score and a verified letter from your bank saying you're rich to get that. The average buyer? More like 6 to 8%. Over the life of the loan, that's an extra $6,000 on top of what you already owe. They lure you in with the bait rate and then hit you with the real one when you're already too deep to back out. And just in case you thought this was an industry-wide problem, let me bring Honda into the conversation. Because while Harley is out here making bikes for yacht owners, Honda is doing what Harley should have done years ago, building bikes for people who actually ride. The Rebel 500, $6,800, 45 horsepower, 471 cubic centimeter engine, only 416 pounds, and it sips gas at 60 miles per gallon. That's called common sense. Or the CB750 Hornet, about $9,999. You get 91 horsepower, top-tier suspension, dual disc brakes, and full ride modes. Not to mention a full LCD dash. Then there's Honda's EM1E, an electric option for under $5,000. It's got 30 to 40 miles of range, swappable batteries, and only weighs 260 pounds. Simple, efficient, accessible. Meanwhile, Harley abandoned its Bronx Street Fighter project entirely. That was the one model that could have actually competed with these Honda offerings. But nope. Instead of innovating, they went full cruise ship mode. Overweight, overpriced, and overcomplicated. All while banking on their brand name to do the heavy lifting. So here's the cultural problem nobody at Harley seems willing to admit out loud. Harley isn't cool anymore. Yeah, I said it. What used to be raw, rebellious, and built for the open road is now just expensive, outdated, and trying way too hard. Nostalgia used to mean something. Now it's just a marketing gimmick printed on a $40 t-shirt in a dealership gift shop. Younger riders, they're not buying it, literally. They don't care about dripping chrome, fat rear fenders, or a V-twin engine that vibrates like a blender on max. What they want is tech that actually works, prices that don't trigger panic attacks, and bikes that aren't 900 pounds of midlife crisis energy. The next-gen riders are looking for connection to the road, not a connection to Grandpa's garage wall poster. And honestly, even the die-hard Harley fans are starting to feel it. Guys who've been loyal for decades are now standing in showrooms looking at $30,000 price tags and asking, who is this even for? They're seeing the writing on the wall, and it doesn't say ride or die anymore. It says pay up or get out. It's no longer about freedom or the American dream. It's about being able to afford the damn bike in the first place. Because let's face it, in 2025, you don't need a Harley to ride. You just need common sense and a cheaper Honda. And that's where Harley's starting to seriously lose the plot. Now let's talk about this future Harley is building, the one nobody asked for. You know, the one where every bike is priced like a Rolex and every rider needs a trust fund to qualify. Their entire strategy at this point is just to overprice, underdeliver, and cross their fingers that the logo still hypnotizes people. They're not building motorcycles anymore. They're building showroom glamour for rich guys who want something shiny to sit next to their golf cart. The idea is to sell the illusion of exclusivity. Oh look, you've got bike number 143 out of 250 in the special Blue Flame Ghost Ultra CVO. That sounds cool until you realize you're just another name on a loan document paying for a bike you're afraid to ride in the rain. These aren't machines meant for the road. They're wall art with an engine. You're not buying a motorcycle. You're buying a pedestal for your ego. And sure, Harley might think that works. Maybe it does, for now. But let's talk about what this shiny, overpriced future might actually cost them. First off, it's already costing them the loyalty of their longtime supporters. The guys who used to show up to bike nights wearing Harley gear, talking about the open road, wrenching in their garages. These guys feel shoved aside in favor of guys who wear loafers and ask if the paint color is bespoke.